How's it going, guys? Sick Libra here. This is my video response to the Peachies 13, who are having a giveaway with some Dagner pipes. It's the raw gaw, as they like to say. That pipe is gorgeous. Anyways, in their video response, they wanted to know about our pipes, where we get them, where we like to shop for our backy, all that kind of jazz. And since I'm relatively new to the YouTube pipe community, when I say relatively new, I mean completely new. This is take 2 of this video, by the way, because I didn't do it in YouTube and my phone cut me off at 5 minutes, so I'm doing it again. But since I haven't given anybody the lowdown on my pipe collection, that's what I'm going to do in this video. So the first one is the one that you've all seen the most so far. It's my Coast Guard meerschaum with my work on it, with all that lattice work and floral work on it. Very nautical themed, very Coast Guard oriented, obviously. This one is about 7 years old. I found it on eBay through a company called Meerschaum Market, and it was done and signed by Servy, who was proud enough to have signed it. I guess he's got his own line of pipes now, Servy Pipes. And that's my dog barking in the background. The one with the half a brain. The other one with the other half of the brain's out there too, but he's actually being quiet. So, for any of you guys that have watched my last video, this pipe was not burning right last time around. It was only burning about half of the bowl. So yesterday it underwent some pretty major surgery. I took a file to it, a lot of sandpaper, a dental tool. I got all of the pipe cake out of it, all of it. Like, it's down to meerschaum again on the inside. And I reshaped the bottom of the bowl to realign the hole, the draft hole in it, so that it would draft better. It's smoking better. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better. So we got that. When I was looking for this pipe, I actually was looking specifically for a pipe that didn't have all of the floral stuff on it. I thought, you know, a lot of the times I have dirty hands. All that'll do is pick up dirt, but I saw this thing and couldn't have it. I was actually looking for a smooth meerschaum because I absolutely love the way they color. So, being from all over the country, or, well, not being from, but visiting all over the country as a member of the Coast Guard, I've been from coast to coast multiple times, and I like to vary it up. I do get most of my tobacco through smokingpipes.com. I'm sure a lot of people do, because it's easy, really. And they have a lot of the blends that I can't find at the brick and mortar out here, out in Flint. Of course, out in Flint, Paul's Pipe Shop, where I like to go and get my house blended tobacco, they carry a lot of stuff that smokingpipes.com doesn't carry. So as far as brick and mortar goes, I really like those guys. The guy that owns the place, his name is Dan. His dad was Paul. He actually makes pipes in the downstairs area of the pipe shop. So next time I'm out there, I'm actually going to get one of those. He treats them with oil, is how he seals the outside of them. But Paul, the original owner of the shop, I guess, was like 15 times something world pipe slow smoking champion or something like that. They've got a museum upstairs just full of pipes, and none of which the guy bought. I'll do a video on that at some point. Next time I'm up there, if I remember to, I'll take a video walkthrough of Paul's Pipe Shop's museum. So, moving on. We got my Missouri meerschaum here. I got this in San Diego when I got back from a patrol where I ruined another Missouri meerschaum. Now, the way I ruined the first one was I smoked out of it way too much, way too often, and the bottom of it actually got soggy and fell out on me in my first port call. It was awful. I was devastated. So I got another one and vowed never to do that again. So this thing never gets smoked more than once a day. And I smoked quite a bit out of it, and I actually, the end of it here, you can see is a little bit melted down. I guess the heat from smoking it actually shrank the stem a little bit, and I actually had to heat it up, make it soft, and stick a pencil down in there to get it to fit properly. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have heard me talk at some point about the crack in the bottom of this thing. Alright, this thing leaked air like crazy whenever I first got it. But I just held it with my hand over that crack for the first, 20 bowls or so that I smoked it, and now it's all sealed up and it does great. So, next up, it's a pipe from my video intro into the YouTube pipe community. This was created by Galabura Pipes. I believe he's based out of Germany. It's got the blue stain on it. I won this thing in a giveaway, and the blue stain with the red briar underneath actually makes this pipe appear to be purple in the sunlight. Now, I've smoked out of this thing enough that it's actually, the wood itself is coloring, and you can't really see it all that great on this video. Maybe if I block some of the light out of it. No, that didn't help. But it's actually darkening at the top, and the darkening is working its way down, which I thought was really cool about this. Maybe someday I'll try a filter, but right now I just smoke it without the filter. First and only straight shank pipe that I've ever owned. And I didn't think I'd like it because my first pipe was a church warden, a semi-church warden. And that pipe spit on me like nobody's business. And for any of you guys that have ever been spit on by a pipe, and I'm sure that you guys being pipe smokers have been spit on before, it is not a pleasant experience. And that one was a spitter in the worst way. I don't think I ever made it one bowl without getting spit on from that pipe. Which is why I don't have it anymore. I don't know if it was just my inexperience or poor construction. Now, this is my Randy Wiley. This thing is basically a club. It's got huge thick walls. It's insanely heavy. You are not clenching this pipe. Got the little signature on there. Alright. First pot I've ever owned. It's got a really interesting bowl in it, and you're not going to be able to see it in this video, but it actually has a weird taper. Instead of being like most bowls where it comes down and then has the bowl down at the bottom of it, this one comes down like this and then angles straight in. So I used a very odd bit to do it. Now, whereas theoretically that would be great for, say, like a slow smoking competition, theoretically, what it winds up doing is when you get to the bottom of the bowl, it blocks your tamper. It makes it a lot harder to tend the bowl, and it winds up going out before you ever hit the bottom. So I haven't yet to build up a proper heel cake in it. Next up, last on my list, but absolutely not least, this is my Wessex. Now this pipe I got from a shop in Charleston, South Carolina, the Tinderbox. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. Now, the Tinderbox is no more. It was downstairs from a cigar lounge called Club Habana. And Club Habana was, I guess, an infamous nightclub. They had pictures of Frank Sinatra and and all kinds of other stars in there. I just completely blanked on his name. Whatever. There was a lot of stars that went there. But the owners of the building, in their infinite wisdom, decided that they wanted to shut down Club Havana and put in a restaurant in a building that had been smoked in for, well, since the 1920s. I think the original establishment of the Tinderbox and Club Havana were in tandem back in the early 1900s. This thing was a historical landmark. But you have almost 100 years of smoke built up in the walls. You can't build a restaurant in that. So they shut down Club Havana. The Historical Society would not let them close down the Tinderbox because it was a historical landmark. So they waited for the Tinderbox to go out of business. Because any tobacco shop that you can't smoke in is going to be a little bit hard to, sell like cigars and pipes and stuff like that. So they tried, and the Tinderbox died, and now the building is this sorry shadow of what it used to be. Carpet's all torn up, and they basically rent it out for holiday-themed stores. Anyways, so that's pretty much the rundown of my pipes. We got one from a shop that nobody will ever be able to buy another pipe at again. Pride and Joy right here. It's also my favorite pipe to smoke. Since I got this one online from smokingpipes.com, something that I will probably never do again. Because I don't really like it. It's too big, too bulky. It's fine if I'm going to be sitting and smoking a pipe and not doing anything. It's a good contemplative pipe. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Contemplative pipe. But other than that, it's not really practical. And then we got my Galaburo pipe, which it's my carry-around pipe. I use it all the time. And then I've got my lawn mowing pipe. I normally smoke this when I'm out mowing the grass because, well, as much as I like it, it was still $12. If I run over it with the lawnmower along with my pipe tool that I'll probably never find out there, I won't be as upset as, say, if I ran over my Meerschaum or my Wessex. I would be heartbroken if something happened to this pipe. So that's my video response and my pipe collection. And maybe at this point I'll get to stop talking about my pipes and start concentrating on other topics like things I've learned in Michigan about Michigan from living in Michigan is one of the videos that I would like to do. I'd also like to start doing some blend reviews from time to time, but we'll see where that goes. By the way, Peachies, those pipes are outstanding looking. Hats off to the Dagners. If you guys wind up watching this is that pipe. Both of those pipes are just outstanding work. And everybody, happy smokes.